What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode on my channel. As always, I'm Jay, and today, yet again, I am joined by my colleague, Zach. How's it going, Zach?
It's going good. How's everyone doing out there?
Yeah. You guys, I hope you're doing good, and I hope you enjoyed our last review, which was the Ant-Man and the Wasp, which we saw last time. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely take a peek. It's on my channel. Maybe I have an annotation, like I'm smart, hopefully, because I'm starting to learn little tools and tricks of the trade of YouTube now, finally. Thank God. Like
Took long enough.
I know. But anyway, yeah, so today we're talking Luke Cage Season 2. And, yeah, I mean, it's just going to be a little bit of a discussion where we're going to jump all over the place. We're not going to focus on too many things of specific episodes. I mean, we don't have all
we
day
could
on
do
that.
an in-depth video, but that's going to take forever. I mean, there's 13 episodes for all
Exactly.
these videos, so let's just talk about it as a whole.
Maybe that's when we get big and we
Yeah.
start doing audio commentary on full-length episodes and stuff. And
People will
whatnot.
pay us for our thoughts.
Exactly. But no, Luke Cage Season 2, I thought it built upon the first season. I thought it was actually
Very well, yeah.
a lot more enjoyable. I did have some issues with it, but overall I thought it was very solid for Season 2. And yeah, what did you think about Season 2?
Well, I liked it probably on the same level of the first one.
Yep.
I think the first one did some stuff a little bit better. I think the second season did other stuff a little bit better.
Yep.
But overall, I had a good time with it.
Yeah.
Like, it definitely wasn't a snooze fest, because these shows... Yeah. Some of them can tend to be, but I still think it does suffer from being 13 episodes.
Yeah, the 13
Make
episodes.
It 10,
I mean,
8,
you
be a lot
didn't
better.
make Defenders 13 episodes, which God knows why. I mean, you probably could have done a little bit better pacing on that too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe made it 5 episodes, maybe 6. I don't know.
That's the only real bummer about these Netflix movie or TV
Series,
shows is
yeah.
that they're just a little bit too long.
Yeah.
But with this one, it was still a good time.
Yeah.
Like it's still definitely worth seeing it.
Yeah.
It had a great villain in Bushmaster.
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought he was
yeah.
incredible.
Bushmaster was freaking awesome. The guy, you know what's funny? The guy is actually American.
Really?
He's not Jamaican at all. Yeah.
You could have fooled me.
Harlem is mine.
He says faster than Usain Bolt, man. You know what I had to do.
I loved how all the Jamaican people were so angry at that in the movie,
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
show. So with this season, though, the one thing I will say is the first one I felt connected to Harlem.
Yep.
The best I could be being a white dude from Massachusetts,
Right, right.
or wherever we're from.
Again, it's a show, so it sensationalizes a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And from what I hear too, Harlem is not even like that anymore. Culturally,
No, but they're going for the
diverse,
black exploitation of the '70s. Like that's the flavor they
Exactly.
want in the show,
Exactly.
and that's why the first one worked so well. Is
Yeah.
because that's what it was. It was just
Exactly.
taking this character and making a cultural a hero
Yeah.
for people to look up to in that area. But the show did a great job. It was very dialogue heavy,
Yeah.
which a lot of times whenever Netflix tries to do that with these shows, Iron Fist, it doesn't usually work. But this one worked fine. They had great dialogue written.
Mm-hmm.
I will say Theo Rossi, the gentleman who plays Shades,
Yep.
I feel like he's digressing as an actor a little bit. Shades was important and pivotal in the show,
Mm-hmm.
but I just liked him better in Sons of Anarchy. That might be it.
They leaned heavy into that Heroes for Hire moniker,
Which was awesome. I mean,
exactly, and I was loving it because it was like the running gag of it was like he's a hero for hire and he's like doing all this stuff and is he selling out? Is he not selling out? He's like doing stuff with Nike, freaking sports
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
He's trying to
Sports
get
Center.
like advertisements and stuff like that. Freaking and yeah, Sports Center. They had Jameel Hill and freaking what's his face from the freaking ESPN
oh,
show.
geez. I don't
Yeah.
even watch ESPN anymore. Come on, man. I'm a
Yeah.
New Englander.
No.
Nesson.
But yeah, I mean, just like having legitimate, like real life cultural icons come onto the show and stuff. They even had more artists again.
They did.
You know,
I will say some of that stuff, though, it felt very... you remember Smallville, obviously, where they would always have a random relevant act of that time be all of a sudden randomly playing in the Talon.
Yeah.
And they would have like a 5-minute long scene of just them playing a music video, basically.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that in this one with Harlem
Yeah.
Paradise and just
Yeah.
people playing music for...
Yeah.
I feel like the cuts just lasted too long. Like that scene just...
Yeah.
They could have given us... I mean, the atmosphere, and that's fine, but don't
Yeah.
give us the whole song.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like a music video for some of it. And
Of
I
course.
wasn't too keen on that,
Little
but the music
fillerish.
was good. It
Oh,
just
yeah.
felt fillerish. It's exactly it.
Exactly. And I think that, again, the 12 episodes, I mean, you think 12 episodes, how can it be filler? Well, they kind of do put a little bit
Yeah.
too much filler in there. I liked exploring more of the Stokes and kind of the McIvers, like, family
Yeah.
dynamic. Tilda was definitely a pivotal thing in there. She was somewhat underutilized at certain points, but then she kind of shone through. I mean...
What I loved about Tilda in this is in the beginning you were rooting for her. You're like, oh, you know, I understand where you're coming from. You have this trepidation of, do I want to meet this woman, like with Mariah Stokes and everything, and then Mariah proves her true colors, and then you really feel for Tilda because it's like you were just told, spoilers, by your mom that I don't care for you. I don't even care. But she did everything that she did for the betterment of Harlem, which is kind of why, as a villain, I did still think she was suitable for this season. Now, next season, we need to get a villain. Like, Bushmaster, he did his role, but he wasn't like an arch nemesis.
Well, he felt at first like he was going to be, but then it deviated away from there. It focused on it again. It
was kind of like a Dark Knight Rises. Look, here's Bane. He's the bad guy. Oh wait, no, he's not really the bad guy. It's Talia.
Yeah.
It kind of felt a little bit like that.
Yeah.
Except Bushmaster, I thoroughly enjoyed more than Bane.
Yeah. He was savage.
Oh yeah, he was awesome.
So what's the deal with every single mafia thing where it's Jamaican mafia? They have to like cut people's heads off and put it on pikes, like this Predator 2 marked for death, like all that voodoo stuff.
That's how they do it in the Caribbean, son. Like they just go hard in the Caribbean. Like
those pirates must have really like messed with them, huh?
Hey, they were hanging children in those Pirates of the Caribbean movies. That's some rough stuff. They opened the movie with that.
I do want to try some of that Bushmaster rum though.
Right, it does sound delicious.
I was a little worried with one little element in this too, bringing Luke Cage's father in. Jessica Jones,
he was
great, and you know, at first I was worried because Jessica Jones season 2. Oh, what did they do? They brought her mom in. Are they like? I'm expecting for Danny Rand's parents to come out and
we're alive this whole time.
Yeah, exactly, and say something to him in the next season of Iron Fist. I was also worried at first with Claire Temple because he's like, I love you, Claire, and but I'm thankful that she left really quick.
Which was clearly, I mean, obviously Marvel just didn't want to keep paying her for all of these TV shows. I think. Like, all right, you can do 3 episodes in this season, a couple episodes in this season, but they didn't want to pay her to be a full member. Is what I think.
Swerve.
But no, I mean the family elements of that were beautiful. There was even one episode where I'm much like Kevin Smith. Like I cried during anything. Yeah. There was an episode where I cried 3 different times for 3 different parental interactions that were just beautifully shot. Yeah. The dialogue was great in them. But yeah, I liked this season. Yeah. I thought it was a really good time. Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah,
I mean, what would you recommend? Seeing it or not seeing it?
Oh, definitely see. You got if you're a fan of the Marvel stuff, especially the TV stuff on Netflix, you have to see this just because you need to be in the know. In what we were saying before, I rudely interrupted you. The action sequences, awesome. Spoilers, and I don't care. Danny Rand came in and it was awesome. They had their little Captain America Thor fighting moment kind of double team thing. But him coming in and kind of being zen, and he was this is Danny Rand that we wanted in his own show.
Absolutely.
But he had to work up to it in the Defenders and this. So I guess I can understand, but that's still, I mean, Iron Fist, if you weren't with Kung Fu in it, you'd still be the weakest link out of the shows right now. For me personally,
I still have faith for Iron Fist.
I do too.
I think this next season they're going to learn from all their mistakes from the previous one, and now that, like you said, he is now introduced and he's he has the Defenders under his belt. He has this appearance under his belt. I think the character of Danny Rand is going to evolve in a much more comfortable place where he's going to be more intriguing to us. Because a lot of people slammed him for his representation of the character. A lot of people slammed the dialogue for their representation of the character. I don't know who's to blame for the first season of Luke Cage or Iron Fist. But it wasn't what we wanted generally.
No.
But this was much more of what we were looking for in a Danny Rand and what we saw in this Luke Cage.
And it was a small dose. So I mean, again, maybe that just speaks to how to utilize the character properly. But one thing's for damn sure, especially with that stuff going on, and then Misty Knight, and then Jessica Jones, how it's working out. Just consolidate it at some point and be heroes for hire, man. I mean, again, all of them have star power, but they can all handle a show together, and I think the Defenders proved that. I mean, obviously Daredevil is the star of like the Netflix series, so he's going to keep his own show and he's going to do his own thing. But like, Heroes for Hire is definitely a viable option here, and again, they played it up. One thing I will say too is the way that the season went out. It was somewhat anticlimactic at first, but then when it switched stuff up and Mariah left Harlem's Paradise to Luke, and Luke is all like getting kind of mob gangsterish at the end. I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned about my...
Harlem's going to have some interesting days ahead, obviously. But the way that was shot and the way that all that happened, everyone who knows me knows I love The Godfather, especially the first one and the second one. There was a scene very, very reminiscent of that with the door and you know, Misty looking in and then the doors closing on her. So it's kind of giving us a hint at things to come. Like season 3 is going to be, it's going to be interesting. We're probably going to see a Corleone version of Luke Cage, like just a mobbed out, ready to go to war for crime.
Although you notice how he took out the picture of Biggie and put in Muhammad Ali.
He did, so he might be going more inspirational with it.
Again, so he's probably not going to be overstepping. He's going to keep his finger on the pulse of everything. And you know what? He even said he's like, Harlem's Paradise should be burned down. So I think at some point he's probably going to, like, not maybe himself, but it's going to get burned down. Or he's going to switch it up at some point when he comes to kind of be like, no, this isn't me. I need to get rid of the element now. I can't be part of the element.
I think season 3 is going to be more so of he's going to be trying to do a lot of good, but he's not going to be doing good.
Yeah.
You know, I think season 3 is going to be the Renaissance season for him, where he needs to really just. I think after season 3 is when he becomes the hero for hire, Power Man Luke Cage. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to take season 3 of him doing the bad stuff in the name of good to realize that he just shouldn't be doing any bad stuff.
Luke Cage, highly recommend seeing it if you enjoyed the first season. It's more of what you liked and what you enjoyed. Definitely more of kind of a fast and loose, kind of like homage to kind of like the blaxploitation again.
Oh yeah,
and a lot more fun, a lot more funk, a lot more swag. You know.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was a fun time. It was a good time. But more importantly, let us know what you guys thought about it. If you loved it, if you hate it, just let us know. You know, drop a comment, let Jay know what you guys thought, and we'd love to hear from you.
But anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us. I'm Jay.
I'm Zach.
And take care, guys. Bye.